So today is still more or less like a question and answer section. So I'm going to be waiting for you guys to come online. I think I'll have to put um challenge. Now, now can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. What's happening? Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me see. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Luis. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't know. I think I wanted to charge it so that it will not go off while we're still recording the live. But I don't know. Maybe as I'm charging it, it's okay. Maybe as I'm charging it, it can't work while charging. I think so. So I was saying this is a question and answer section, and before people start throwing in question, I'm trying to apologize because I've not been dropping videos as much as I wanted because of the editing stage. I've recorded a detailed video on how to create multiple sources of income for your business even when you don't have the resources yet, how to start, how I started creating one stream of income after the other for my cleaning business, and how you can do the same. So I've done the video. It's a very detailed video. I'm sure a lot of you will enjoy that video from the start to the finish, but honestly it's the editing part that is keeping it. I filmed another one on how to plan ahead for your business, because the other day I was looking at my plan, like my goals for 2025, and I was wowed. At the beginning of 2025, if anyone has told me will be able to achieve, I will be able to achieve what I've been able to achieve this year, I would really, really doubt it. So I did a video on how to plan ahead for your business, how to write down your goals, and how to achieve even more than those goals. So I've done those two videos, but I don't know, editing is keeping them. But this night, I'm making a promise to you guys that this night I'll make sure I post, even though it's the 7 stages of income, because I already started working on that. But you know, editing, it takes a lot of work, especially if you want it to come out very polished. So I'm open to start getting questions from you. This is a question and answer section. It's not for me to start saying anything. I did not prepare anything at all. I just came so that we can talk and answer your questions. So I don't know if Louis, I don't know if you are the one that was asking about the live today. I'm not sure. Maybe you are the one or not. But if you're the one, okay. If you have any questions, please throw in your questions. I think the network is still bouncing some few people out. So if you have questions, start coming in with your question. Odo, good evening. You're welcome. I'm fine, Louise. How are you doing? Okay. Okay, guys. How do you handle theft occurrences among staff, and what measures do you put to mitigate theft? Okay, also, how do you handle customer complaints regarding theft? Okay, yes, yes, I remember you asked this question. Oh, all right. Okay, I get that now. Okay, so this question, yeah, is a very complicated question. And yes, I remember I was answering the question without knowing the mic has gone off. And the first way I answered the question, see, until I started really going into the maid service industry, I never really experienced anything like theft. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Although I've met a few of my colleagues that have been in the business for 4 or 5 years that said there was a time somebody accused them of such, but this person I'm talking about was still cleaning with his staff, mind you. And he said there was a time a client accused them that he couldn't find gold or something like that, and he was like, just because we're a cleaner doesn't mean we are thief or something like that. But I think they later find the necklace. But for me, I only start experiencing this. Okay, I didn't see my stuff when I started going into the maid service industry, because cleaning then, for the past 7 to 8 months I've not been, or let me say 6 months, I've not been going to the site. Everything is systemized. But as I time I used to go to the site with them, there were hardly any stuffs like that. In fact, I got a review recently from one of like our Laji Al Maruf Hajj and Humra in Ilorin. He's a very big man. They handle Hajj and Umrah tour. So he was telling me that how he really likes my staff, that he has tested us. That's my staff. He has tested us with a lot of things, and he always make sure he always find his thing. But the first and the second time, I think it's twice now that I've gotten that kind of complaint. Twice, as far as I can remember, it's twice. So the first one was through a maid, and the second one too was through a maid. And the first one, the person said he couldn't find his gold. That day I was like, hey, where am I going to start from? And I was, as at that time, I still do not have insurance. In fact, that was the major thing that pushed me to go and get my insurance done. And this is something I would highly recommend for every cleaning business owner, especially if you're already seeing some tangible, you have your all your equipment, even before you have your equipment, depending on I don't know, the value you place. Or if that is why, again, I think number one, you need to do some background check for your staff. You need to have their guarantor. Okay, and that, I think that was where I mentioned the templates, that you should have them sign the guarantor form and all those things. Okay, let me just answer the first one. So you should just have them sign guarantor form, do background check and all these things. So when you do that, at least somehow you are safe, even if you don't want to go into insurance yet. So whenever something like this comes on and investigation wants to go on, you have the guarantor, you have background check, where the person lives and all these things. That's for your staff, where they live and all that. So for the insurance, I highly recommend, at least within your first 2 years, you should have insurance already. It saves you a lot, because some people, their things are already bad, their furnitures are already bad, and you see them, you just put it there as if there's nothing wrong with it, and they want to, you know, penalize the cleaning business owner just so that, maybe they don't want to pay, or they will even want to charge you for some things. So insurance is very good. Now, to how we really solve that issue, when the man said he could not find his necklace, I was a little bit dumbfounded. Normally I was overwhelmed, like, "Ah, how come?" I asked the staff, she was like, eh. In fact, she was, this feeling of when you didn't do something, and Yoruba will say, "Oh, Kanye Lara," like she was very. She even came to my place. Her mother came, like, why would they accuse me of stealing? That was how she was feeling. And I was like, "So I trust you. I know you're home. You can't run away." And this person is even a married young lady, married. And that was how I was saying investigation. I involved my lawyer, and she was even the first person that recommended I go and do the insurance as soon as possible. So I think it was at the end of that case, or before. Let me just to round it up. This person was not even sure of how this gold was. He did not have any tangible evidence, and up till now, that particular client is still booking with us. So this to tell you that if actually we are taking the person had taken his gold, he wouldn't have pushed through. But we changed the maid for him. And the second one was not like stealing. The second one was more or less like this particular maid. Somebody sent one of her like her boss, the person that that contracted her from us, our recurring maid service. The person sent her to get some groceries from supermarket. this thing's blinking red already. So the person sent her to get groceries from supermarket. And you know, she's a very young lady, I think within her early 20s, 21, 22, but it's still very silly. She now got items. I think everything they sent her, baby food in large quantity, was around 200 plus. So she got some extra items that were worth like 17,000 or 15,000 for herself. Very silly things like indomie, spaghetti. You can imagine, pad, menstrual pad, and all these things. She got them, and I think as soon as she got home, the boss was asking, okay, I want to see you, that she should come. So she was feeling afraid and all those and stuff like that. And I think she didn't go that day again. She had to go the second day. So instead of the boss to call me that this is what he noticed from the receipt of the, this is something that they sent you to supermarket, and you have to take a picture of the receipt to your boss to pay, make the payment or send you the money, and you still bought extra things for yourself. So the man detected, and when she went there the following day that she was supposed to go, he took her to civil defense office. So that was where I was called. The man just said she should pay. She confessed. In fact, she said she was already sober and crying that she's sorry, and that she's hungry, and I was really, really disappointed though. So she paid the money, she paid her bail, and her appointment was actually terminated immediately. So that's, I think that is pretty much the two experiences that I've had so far. But one of the things that have been saving me is that I don't just take people anyhow. I don't take, he's my friend, he's my auntie's friend. Do your background check. Take your time to do your background check. If you can have somebody that can go and know their place, make sure they have a guarantor come with them, or they produce the national ID card of their guarantor. Very important. Any identification, means of identification, national ID card, voters card, they should have a means of identification alongside the voters card. They should sign, you know, and all those things. And you should know the guarantor's address. In fact, the best is that the guarantor comes in most cases. So I've never really, even up to now, we've not still experienced it with our cleaners. That's our one-off cleaners. But the maid, those are the two experiences. But I've not still used my insurance up to now. But I just feel it is safe for you to have insurance, honestly, because cases like this will always come up. So I think that's how, pretty much how you handle it immediately. You, if you have a lawyer, you meet your lawyer, and you go to the police station, you report the case that okay, you are the boss and this is what is going on. What is the next thing? How they come in to help you investigate and all that. So I think that is just it. And again, once you hear from the staff, the client, don't just believe the client and start scolding your staff. Hear from your staff too. Sometimes these people does not, if they don't know where they kept those things, you understand. So you want to listen to your staff. You want to come, you don't want to be overly on the side of your staff and overly on the side of your client also. So you want to be somewhere in between and invite an external body to do the, you know, the whatever between them, so that you don't offend anybody and you just keep things professional. But don't just, it's, as soon as they report the case to you, don't just say we are sorry. Nothing like we are sorry. Okay, we've heard your complaint and we'll speak to your assigned maid. We'll see and we'll get back to you. I think that is pretty much just, that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's it. So the next question: what's your opinion on offering free cleaning service during startup? How do you carry it out without digging deep into your capital? I never give. I've never done free cleaning. I've never done. Okay, I've never done free cleaning because I believe there's nothing entirely free. Okay, so when I was saying this, I remember there was a time we cleaned Emia's palace in Ilorin, because you know Ilorin is like a Muslim oriented kind of place. So there was a time went to Emia's, the biggest mosque in Ilorin, which is Emia's palace, is the central biggest mosque in Ilorin. So we cleaned every Friday. So it's not free because it was like public relation. A lot of people got to know Smart Day cleaning service from that cleaning. I know I sponsored it. We didn't really buy any equipment because they already have most of this equipment and materials. The only thing I did was that I paid my staff or I fed them, and most of them were Muslims, so they even prayed Jumu'at there. So I think so people will see it like a way of worship, but me, I knew it was pure. It was PR, public relation, and I was promoting my business. So that is the only time that I know I can say I did free cleaning. I've seen other cleaning business owners clean churches. That's another form of PR. So that's the only thing I can call free cleaning. You understand? Or influencer. Some people will go and clean for influencer. Mind you, if you're going to be cleaning for influencers, it has to be people that their followers, the kind of language that they speak. You cannot say you want to go and claim for an influencer that the followers are Gen Z or Gen X, maybe they are young people. So you want to know the kind of people. Every influencer has their own audience, you understand? So let's make sure the audience of that influencer are the kind of people you want to target. So if you claim for an influencer, she can, post your whatever on her page and all that. So that is not also free, because somehow you are still you are still, maybe public relation, or you are doing promotion. Somehow you are still getting to people, so it's not entirely free. So but if what you mean is that I go and claim for people just to get pictures, I do not recommend that. Instead of you to go and claim for anybody just to get pictures and your portfolio, clean your house, or clean an influencer's house, or clean a station, maybe radio station, or anything that you can get something back in return, something equal of equivalent whatever result in return. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, Louis. Do you get what I'm saying? So something that the result at least to be balanced at the end of the day. You're not just doing it free. So that's pretty much it. So I've never done something that is entirely free. Like, I'll not collect money. I'll not collect. Like, I'm not getting anything back. I've never really done that. I've not done that before. So I think that is just it. So, and again, sometimes again, maybe when you have, for example, if you claim for medical doctors, or if you claim for, I don't know, depending on your target audience, there are some people that maybe when you claim for them, you just claim for them to get something back. It's not always free. Maybe you claim for somebody in return that he's going to get you, like you have an agreement, he's going to get you 4 clients or 2 clients. There has to be something that is coming back. It might not. So I don't know if this life is going to last for very long. Okay, I've put on the. Sure I get a mic, another mic tomorrow. I just got this too. This mic is not up to 3 months. It's not 3 months. It's not up to 3 months. 1,000 naira. I'm going to get another mic. Okay, tomorrow is Sunday. I'll get another mic on Monday, guys. I'm so sorry about this. My apologies.